Last time, our intrepid adventurers found themselves embroiled in a tangled web of dark magic. They had to investigate a mysterious gem which was causing waves of madness rippling through the trade depot. Their investigation brought them face to face with each faction, and after dealing with each of them and bringing peace, finally, to Mantol-Derrith, they were then lured away to face a deadly beholder. Through sheer determination and a few clever tactics, they managed to defeat the monster. However, not without sacrifice. Lucas, beloved comrade, best friend to Little John, had fallen victim to petrification during the battle. Desperate to save him, Little John made a pact with the devil. The infernal deal promised to restore Lucas to his former self, but at what cost?
So you've now you also have the ring that leads you to Gravenhollow.
I believe we were resting up, and then we were setting on out.
Yes. You also have a ring that a ring of genie summoning.
Yeah.
And
We also have
a flying
kobold.
carpet. A flying carpet and a ring of genie summoning. That beholder must have gotten hold a hold of Aladdin.
Yeah. I love this carpet. It moves faster than me.
Does it?
Yeah, it's 60 feet.
Is it strong enough to put?
It holds 400 pounds.
I don't think that's strong enough to hold the Iron Lady.
No.
Increase her speed by having her just stand on it and have the carpet.
Jeez.
I am never gonna touch the ground again. Just sit on my carpet. Let's go.
But you're touching the ground right now.
I get on the carpet. I say the word.
I don't know why, but I immediately assume that Venick, once he gets back to the surface with, I don't know, some kind of NPC that's never been to the surface, is going to start doing the I can show you the world bit.
I have thought of that already.
Who do we have in the party that's never seen the surface?
Nobody. Except maybe kobold.
At this point. Winged kobold, so they've probably seen the surface. I think maybe just the one drow. That's part of your group.
He ain't getting on my carpet.
Which reminds me, I need to rearrange.
There might be an accident.
You know it can fly, right? If there's an accident, it'll save itself and then tell us what happened.
I was talking about the drow.
Ah.
Part of the party.
Yeah, there might be an accident. Totally an accident. 100%.
What a shame.
Peebles is dead.
No, people
So
said
you also
dead.
found. Oh yeah, you're right. You brought him back alive.
Regrettably.
Slottis. You've also got Slottis. I have to remember all the characters you've added to your party.
Yep, cannibal dude. Or any meat guy. And, his dwarf friend.
Yes. Slottis. And I don't remember the name of his dwarf friend. There she is. Amaranth Coppervein. We're just moving where their character sheets are. Moving them out of the generic NPC folder and into the party folder. But anyhow, you leave Mantol-Derrith, stock up on lots of supplies. You don't really even need to keep track of your own supplies anymore because your massive adventuring party has enough supplies for everything.
Yep, off to Gravenhollow.
Alright, you leave for Gravenhollow. Well, not even bother with this marching order because you have a much, much bigger party.
Just pulls out an army.
Well, that was basically what we got. Kinda. In a sense.
To a degree. It's not like... I mean, I think it's 30 people.
So yeah, we're definitely a force to be reckoned with.
But you continue traveling, following the ring, and like I said, because of the sheer size of your party, most things will leave you.
Will leave us?
Will leave us alone, yeah. Most things. Apparently there's a few things that...
Like, random creatures in the Underdark are not going to attack a group this size, especially considering that you are the way your marching order is working, so to speak, is you've got a scouting party that is ahead of the majority of the group. Then you have the main force marching in a sort of column, and the party is in the inner circle. You are at the center of it, with maybe a few people that you've elected to represent each faction. And the scouting party is literally like potentially a mile, if not a couple miles ahead of you, like literally pathfinding for you. Every hour, one of them comes back to give a report, and command is delegated, so the main force, probably the veterans of the, is it the Silver Gauntlet? Why am I forgetting their name? The group that Little John wound up joining.
Didn't it start with a Z?
No, that's the Zentarum. When it comes to like military command structure, they're probably reporting to the. Where is it?
Wasn't it like the Order of Gauntlet?
Order of the Gauntlet. It's just Order of the Gauntlet. I was thinking Silver Gauntlet, Platinum Gauntlet, but it's just Order of the Gauntlet. But yeah, with that large of a party, you basically don't have to worry about random encounters anymore.
Except for if it's really, really big.
Pretty much. So, you are literally. The only thing being that with the ring being worn by Lucas, they have to regularly check in with you to determine that they're heading the right direction. Because the ring acts like a compass, except for that it points to Gravenhollow.
Alrighty. I got no issue with that, I guess. Kind of a necessary thing.
And I forgot, I'm just double checking all the, like, quote unquote side quests that are involved with the larger party. And honestly, most of them are kind of.
Meh.
Well, like, how would I describe it? They feel more like things that would pop up in a large scale RTS game. Like if you were playing Total War, and it's just would you like to send a delegate to go and, increase relations with this faction?
Yes, see you in 6 to 7 business days.
Exactly. Like, which NPCs would you like to go and send to deal with this? They come back and tell you that they did it. Or roll, maybe some of them died. What are the benefits? None. The one thing I will state is you do have the option to build outposts. Yeah, I'm just double checking. Reading through this chapter, it does not look like you're going to run into anything that will to a party this size. In which case, we will skip ahead. It's going to take you a solid 2 weeks to reach Gravenhollow.
Jeez.
Well, under dark travel.
Yeah.
And it was pretty far away. As you get closer, suddenly, on one day, on the 16th day of your travel, because in Faerun, a week is 10 days. So when I say 2 weeks, I mean 20 days.
Work people suck.
But on the 16th day of travel, two things happen. The ring begins shining with a subtle gray light, in addition to just the compass mechanism. And very large runes appear, as if projected holographically from the ring.
What kind of runes they speak?
What languages does everyone speak?
Well, I got the
Or
common.
go ahead.
I got the Elvish and the common.
Orc.
Nope.
Dwarvish, Gnomish, Goblin.
None of those.
Celestial, Elvish, Undercommon.
I didn't hear you, Talon. What were they?
Celestial, Elvish, Undercommon.
None of
I
those.
know the Sylvan.
Nope, not that
I
either.
just have Orc in common, that's it.
Nope.
Is it speaking right now, or what's going on?
Its runes suddenly appear over the ring.
Alright. So I'll summon my genie. The genie.
Alright. You summon your genie for the first time. Did I make a handout? I don't think I did. I did not. But a radiant, blue-skinned woman, adorned with intricate patterns of golden tattoos, appears. She has flowing ethereal garments that seem to move on their own, as if the wind is constantly blowing around her. And she reveals much of her blue skin, as if she is from a hot desert place.
No. Greetings, Dizuzi. Dini.
She looks down at you, and with an almost uninterested tone, "Who are you?"
The name is Diathos Vihal. I am currently in possession of your ring.
I see. Well, I am Zephyra, bound to the ring. Tell me, what requests do you have for me?
See, I summoned this, saying like, oh, she can cast tongues, but then I read tongues, and it's only spoken languages.
Mm-hmm.
But she does speak Orin. Can you decipher this at all for us?
She looks at it. It's not anything I know.
No, it isn't.
Well, thank goodness I have comprehend languages.
She looks down at you. You really summoned me just to read some writing?
Yes.
She sighs deeply.
God, and you told me this is the nicest of them.
Yep.
Don't mean she can't have an attitude.
Remember, the other ones are blatantly hostile towards humans, basically. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. Efriti, fire, are actively hostile. And the stone ones are very... So, the Efriti are evil, like, alignment-wise. The stone ones are neutral, which is why they don't offer themselves up to be, like, servants. And the air ones are actually chaotic good, which is the reason they're most like willing to offer themselves as servants. But anyways, you comprehend it and you realize it is giant. The runes are of the giant language. And now that you can read it, Aaron, you see that it says, "Knowledge is the way." But I did say that two things happened at this same moment. Who is carrying the crystal given by the giant from Gracklstew?
That'd be me.
Well, inside your bag, you see something glowing.
Well, I guess I get it out.
It is the crystal that was given to you. And as you pull it out, it also projects a number of runes.
Alright, Aaron. What are these saying?
What are they saying?
It is also written in Giant, and it states, "Long ago we talked about the Dreamlands. I have been waiting for you ever since."
The hell's that supposed to mean?
Say it again.
Long ago we talked about the Dreamlands. I have been waiting for you ever since.
Well, I guess can we like walk among the projections?
I mean, it's literally just like you hold it out and it projects the runes up in front of you. It's not like big enough to walk around or anything.
Got it.
You called the genie Zephyra, right?
Zephyra.
Yeah.
Like Zephyr, but with an A.
The Zephyr Blade.
It keeps popping up! Don't you have something where the... Is it the carpet? Isn't the carpet's activation word
command word is Zephyr. Yeah.
Oh, so that makes sense now. The carpet's command word is Zephyr, and the name of the genie is Zephyra.
You really did kill Aladdin.
Pulls out the carpet. Zephyra looks over. That's my carpet!
No, mine.
It literally uses my name!
Coincidence.
But anyhow.
Huh.
Oh, wait. I was misreading it.
Oh boy.
No, I was misreading
This
how
message
long
will
it takes.
self-destruct.
I was misreading the travel time. I was looking at it from a different location. From Mantol-Derrith, it takes 6 weeks.
Oh dear lord, that's a long drive. A drive.
Hey, I'm the only one driving here. And it's not an Accord.
But nonetheless, you spent 5.5 weeks to get to this point where that suddenly appears.
And we're all chummy friends, right?
There's been a couple disagreements amongst the party, but nothing crazy. Everyone knows why they're working together.
That's good.
Nonetheless, you continue on for another 2 days, And then you hear someone singing in a strange tune.
Do we understand the two?
Once in a while.
Ah,
You realize as you listen that they are switching between various languages.
Huh. Well, I think Diathos and I can go check it out.
of course. But before the genie, disappeared for that day, I would have had her create wine.
You would have had her create what?
Wine.
Wine?
Yeah, she has the ability to create wine.
Such an odd ability for that.
It's create food and water, but she can create wine instead of water.
That's
You
okay.
ask,
Yeah.
you ask her to do that. She looks at you, like, for a long second, and then sighs.
We should talk sometime.
This task is beneath me. However, if you insist, I suppose that I have no choice. She snaps her finger, and a pitcher of wine appears, floating, and then it pours into a glass, and then she snaps her finger right before the wine hits the ground, and a glass appears on the ground to catch the wine.
Well, it's a create food and water spell. I kind of assumed there would be a lot of it, so everyone could have some, but...
Oh, you wanted to share!
Well, of course. Do you partake?
When I'm in the mood.
Well, hopefully one of these days you are. If you're not now.
To which she snaps her finger again, and then several glasses appear, and the same pitcher just keeps pouring. Despite its size, it never seems to run out, and it fills all the glasses. Do you have need of any other party tricks, Master?
Do you have to call me Master? I'd much prefer if you just called me Diathos.
Very well, Diathos.
I appreciate that. And no, unfortunately, I seem to have wasted your time.
At least we agree on something.
You may go.
With that, she disappears.
Well, I for one can't wait to talk to her later.
I say, can you just, like, what? I don't remember. What are the charges or anything? Limitations
Uh,
on summoning?
Once she's summoned, she stays for an hour. After she's gone, she can't be summoned again for 24 hours.
Okay.
And then she has 3 a day for certain spells, 1 a day for another bunch of attacks, abilities. A lot of health. A lot of health.
Yes, she does. And she has a fly speed of 90.
Hmm. Honestly, if it was just us, not a bunch of, NPCs and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
she could have just cast Windwalk on us, and we travel 300 feet as clouds. Could have made up a lot of time. Because it lasts 8 hours at a time. And she'd do that 3 times a day. Of course, she only lasts 1 hour herself, so it would be 8 hours, then we walk the rest of it.
Anyhow, you said you are going to go ahead, and your scouts would report back that they heard the noise, and they figured they should let you know about it.
Alright.
So who is going ahead to look into it?
Well, I believe myself, Diathos.
Yep.
We are the lighter-footed.
All right. You want to make stealth checks?
This is where we both failed.
Ooh.
I have a plus 12. Here comes the nat 1.
Oh,
And you're a 3, a very close.
Oh, God.
Well, you go around the corner, and there is a many-legged reptile stretched out, as if he's been sitting and lounging for some time.
How's the lighting in this area?
Minimal. A few glowing crystals that shed dim light. But the main thing you notice is that it is keeping its eyes downcast.
Okay, so if I stand in the darkness, it can't see me. So I'm farther away from that blasted sword.
And there's 2 people with glowing swords now.
Yeah, except one's sunlight. It's rid of all the shadows. Well, you said it was a giant lizard thing?
A giant, many-legged reptile. And he is singing, switching back and forth between various languages.
Oh.
Well, like I said, I'll stick to the darkest spots. That way I can't be exactly seen, except for magical stuffs. And I'll call out to it and ask it what it's singing.
You're asking it what it's singing?
Why
I mean,
not?
you can understand. What languages do you speak again?
Elvish, Undercommon, Common.
So you can understand 2 of the languages it is singing in.
I feel like I'm missing a language because I only have Common and Thieves' Cant.
I would say you should probably have more than that.
Should have at least one.
Some of the verses he sings are in Common, some of them are in Undercommon, but there are other languages you don't understand.
Alright.
But you listen. The occasional verses you do hear that you understand go something along the lines of, "In a grand old library tucked away from the sun, lives a basilisk guardian just having fun. Hey ho, here we go, through the hall so wide and grand, books to read and tales to show in the basilisk's friendly land."
Now you wouldn't be happen to be singing about Gravenhollow now, would you?
To which he calls out, "Who's out there?"
My name's Lucas Greylock.
I really thought he was
Lucas
going to say... Sorry.
What were you gonna say?
I thought he was going to say Diathos. I thought he was going to fuck with me for a second there.
Lucas Greylock? And I assume you've come with your companions?
That's a have.
About time you lot arrived! Come! The library bid me guide you to the gates, and I've waited too long already.
Well, that's quite interesting. Didn't know we were expected.
Of course,
Well,
they
you
knew I
are.
was coming.
You are, and you're late.
I
Well,
don't recall
It's not
ever
exactly
meeting
been easy to find.
something
either.
like you.
Were you saying something, Diathos?
So I don't recall ever meeting someone like you.
Oh, he cut off.
Well, you
the
haven't
mic.
yet.
Oh, cut off at like. Ah! Well, I do know that this place down here seems to give everyone a touch of madness.
You would have met me already if you hadn't been late.
Well, again, we didn't exactly know we were on a timetable here for this thing.
Oh, well, I suppose we should rectify that mistake. Let us gather everyone as quickly as possible then.
With that, he simply tells you, "Come, follow me."
I'll signal John with a whistle to everything's clear up front.
Shoot someone with the crossbow whiskers.
I keep forgetting we have. I forget we have that.
It's okay, come up. It's safe.
Random red shirt just suddenly has a crossbow bolt in him.
He says it's good to go.
But, yep, with that, he begins to lead you further through the tunnel for another 8 hours.
How fast is he?
He moves at a decent speed.
I mean, is this basically making us go like fast march or?
No, he's marching at a normal speed.
Okay.
But eventually, he leads you to the gates. A pair of massive basalt doors are the entrance to Gravenhollow, flanked by stone giant statues.
Nice.
What did the runes on the ring say again?
The runes said,
Something about knowledge.
"Knowledge is the way," is what the ring said. And the crystal said, "Long ago we talked about the Dreamlands. I have been waiting for you ever since."
Okay. Anyway.
Anyhow, for any of you who were considering it while you were traveling with him, your guide is a basilisk.
Yeah. After the
Yeah, so
repeated mentions of basilisk, well, someone's going to be stoned by the end of this again.
Basilisks are not known for being intelligent enough to talk. They are
Neither
more
was-
bestial.
Neither was the giant slime cube.
That's very true.
yes.
But anyhow,
I do miss him.
I don't think there's literally anything to throw on screen to represent Gravenhollow besides that artwork.
Unfortunate.
Yes. But, as you arrive, the basilisk, who introduces himself as Veldiscar, ushers you to the gates and tells you to continue straight ahead.
Alrighty. Thank
He
you
then
for showing us the way, sir.
He nods and then proceeds to slither down a random side passage.
Well, I guess might as well enter it.
Walking across the threshold of Gravenhollow is like stepping into another realm. The oppressive gloom of the Underdark is replaced by light, and a sense of openness that brings back memories of the surface. The corridor beyond the gates is wide enough for 10 people to walk side by side, and the ceiling's height reminds you of the halls of Guantelgrym. The corridor opens into a central well, with walkways crossing its span to the opposite side. You can barely see the ends of the level to your right and left, with doors opening into so many rooms that you doubt you could explore them all in a single day. The ceiling is bright, with rainbows trapped in hundreds of crystal formations, combining to create a warm and inviting illumination. Looking down in it is a dizzying experience. Staircases connect to different levels below, and you soon lose count of just how far down they go. A stout, rocky creature detaches itself from a perfectly smooth wall to your left, leaving an imprint of its body in the wall that quickly smooths out and fades from sight.
Travelers, I am Horm. The masters are occupied. There are rooms for all of you. Choose your own. The resources of Gravenhollow are at your disposal. You only need ask.
Well, we certainly appreciate your hospitality.
I believe you've actually seen these creatures before.
Ooh. Is it Ghelfi?
It is a Galabdur,
Yeah.
the friendly earth elemental. I'll pop it up again. Popped up, right?
Yep.
It does look a little
Yes.
kind of on the friendly side.
So yes, Horm is now your guide within the halls, and as he stated, there are rooms already prepared for you.
Well, it's been a long travel.
Might as well
I
rest
suppose.
up, right?
We should at least unpack, I guess, if we're staying here for some time.
Is the crystal that knew we were coming, like, connected to another crystal, like a telephone or something?
Are you asking him that?
I was just player knowledge, didn't know.
No idea.
Well, it's possible. She's a wizard. Maybe she's heard of something like this in her studies.
I thought she was a sorcerer.
No,
Oh, you're a
wizard.
sorcerer.
Wizard.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can never remember which one the Blade Dancer is.
I'm not sure if this crystal would have been made by a wizard or if it's like an artificer or something like that.
Well, we got it from a giant, so.
Oh, I totally forgot. So that crystal is a 19-inch long shard of quartz.
Jeez.
That is a big crystal!
That
Yeah.
goes in your backpack.
Yep.
I guess I'll ask the little rock guy if he recognizes the crystal.
It's a stone speaker crystal. They're used by the librarians here.
Are there any such librarians, like, here now?
They are
Called masters.
busy.
Yep,
All
there
of
you
them
go.
are busy. Got it.
They're the masters.
Do you know when they will not be busy?
I do not. I am simply a servant.
How did you know we were coming?
We were told.
Okay. By who?
You don't understand the library, do you?
No. Maybe you could explain it to us.
The library exists outside of time.
Oh,
I immediately just start nerding out and be like, where are all the books?
He gestures, pointing in every direction where there are shelves everywhere.
I was about to say that we're at a library. They're all
Okay,
over the
but
place.
my brain does not see it. I just see cave painting on the
Yeah,
because right in front of me.
Trying to think. Like I said, I don't think I've got any other artwork for Gravenhollow. Let me double check. The only image from Gravenhollow was the gate. That was the only artwork of it. But
Is
no
it like-
maps or anything.
Is it lit in here?
Yes, it's very well. It's lit by rainbows.
But okay.
There are massive crystals all around the ceilings, creating rainbows that give off light everywhere. It's a giant circular room, like going down, and there's books on every wall, and there are rooms on the circular walls to go into that have more books. Except, I believe, because this is a stone giant, they are not books, they are stone tablets.
Okay. And well, remind me what our main purpose was for coming here.
To figure out what to do about the demons.
Okay, well, are the books categorized in any way? Is there like a codex we could look at? Or do we just start, like, skimming?
Horm turns to you and says, "Would you like to see the archives of the past, the present, or the future?"
I just saved as a PDF. Jeez.
I mean, eventually all of the above, but let's start with, present, I guess.
It's actually, if anyone remembers Avatar: The Last Airbender, the buried library underneath the sands, it's a lot like that.
Kong's library?
Yeah, it's a lot like that, except even bigger, because it was made by giants.
Are the books that big too?
Well, they use stone tablets that are giant-sized.
Good luck pulling them off.
If you ask, there are Galabdur assistants everywhere that will help you.
That way we don't break things.
Exactly. But yes, he asks if you would like to go to the past, the present, or the future archive.
I already answered him.
I didn't hear you.
Present.
Wish to go to the present.
I'd be curious to go to the future to see if the demons get stopped.
Galabdur Horm leads you down and to a level and into a room, and there's an archway over which is an inscription written in both Giant and Dwarvish. You're able to just read Dwarvish innately, right?
Yep.
To which it reads, "The present is like sand, ever flowing and escaping one's grasp without mercy or respite."
Okay. I guess I'll go in.
Alright. You go in, and you see shelves and shelves of stone tablets.
So what exactly are you looking for, Aaron?
Well, I guess we can just start with anything referring to, like...
Our current situation.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. Tell me, Home. How does the library acquire its knowledge? Are all these already preconceived, events set in place, or does it kind of all change?
Oh. The past is set in stone. The present is right now. You're creating it. As for the future, it is uncertain. It is prophecy or visions, detailing potential, but not definite.
I like that.
It should be noted, the prophecies and visions are limited to the future of giant kind. As is most of the information in this library.
Well then, I guess what we should be looking for, Aaron, is if there's ever been occurrences where giants were routing heads, extra ones.
You'll need to use your stone speaker crystal.
Alrighty, and how exactly use that?
You are currently in the archive of the present. With the crystal in your hand, you can choose to receive a vision of something happening at this very moment.
Wow.
Alrighty. Let's give it a
I
shot.
would ask, is there any giants in contact with demons?
Sorry, what was that?
Are there any giants in contact with demons?
Are you
Here in the
asking him
Underbelly.
that?
I'm telling Lucas, because I'm assuming he still has the crystal in his hand.
I definitely do.
That would be my suggestion to ask.
So, is it hold the crystal and just think about it? Or is it just some random business?
Let me double check.
Because if it's some random business, I don't need to see no guy taking a bath at some random point.
Well, I guess first things first. we'll get this proper. Now that you know what exactly it is.
You didn't want to see this, but you need to see this, and it's you being conceived.
It's quite the crystal rod.
Pretty.
So it has 10 charges.
Oh, crap. So we gotta, like, actually think about what we...
Well, it regains charges at done.
Okay.
But it should be noted
Unless
that
you roll a 1.
receiving a vision is very taxing on the mind, and you can only receive one vision a day.
But we can trade it off to each other, right?
Oh yeah. Each of you can use it, but if I remember right, it requires attunement, which requires at least a short rest, if not a long rest.
It does require attunement.
Yep.
Well, good thing this place is outside of time, so we can spend as much time as we want here.
Technically, yes.
Man, we're here so I can de-attune from the ring.
Well, I have to imagine some people here have children, and they don't want to miss seeing them grow up.
Short rest. 1 hour to attune to something.
So we should probably be as efficient as we can.
And it requires 2 charges to ask a question in the library. So, who wants to attune to it first?
Well, I'd have to de-attune from my ring in order to be able to even use this.
That's true. How many magic items are you able to attune to?
3. As you're standing in here waiting, you do eventually see a stone giant wandering around.
Hey, John. You wanna hold on to this rod for about an hour and see what you see?
I can try.
Or
What
do
do
you
you
have
mean, see what I can see?
Do you have 3 items? Or 2? 2,
Don't.
I only have 2 items attuned to me.
I just have 1 great axe. 1.
And the cloak.
Oh yeah, this.
Right, the cloak is
The great axe though isn't attuned. It doesn't
yeah,
attune.
most weapons, well, if it's just like a standard magic one, I don't think that requires attunement. Unless it's like special powered.
Basically only named weapons.
Oh yeah, I got the tentacle rod.
That's right.
I forgot you have that too.
Well, I'm looking at my equipment, all I see is blue and green things at the top of my equipment. All of my magic stuff.
Oh no, I can actually only have 2 items. The ring and the cloak. I forgot I thought I had another. Whatever. We'll let John see a vision first. It'll be interesting.
Alright, so you're having John do it?
Hey, Dune do it.
So he spends an hour, and then he needs to ask a relevant question.
Well, what kind of question do we want John to ask it?
No, this is currently the present. So, as I said, they're currently giants interacting with demons in any way. Right now, here in the Underdark. Well, I guess not here, because we're no longer in the Underdark, but in the Underdark.
Just want to know, giants with demons in the Underdark current. Is that correct?
Yeah, most of it's,
I will ask, are there any giants interacting with demons in the Underdark currently, and where?
You receive a handful of, I describe like I can't remember the word, a montage of visions, mostly of stone giants, but there are a handful of others, hill giants, frost giants, fire giants, and they always appear to be fighting demons.
There's giants fighting demons, guys.
did he get a message, an understanding of where it might be? Other than just the Underdark?
The majority of them were in the Underdark, but some were on the surface, because you asked if giants were dealing with demons.
Yeah.
We did give him a pretty broad one.
But the majority were stone giants fighting in the Underdark. It would seem demons are mostly in the Underdark.
Brandon, I just saw Alicia jump on the Throne of Liberty. Just want to warn her, that game, it's fun. And there's some PvE to it, but the majority is PvP MMO. I don't know if will turn her off from it or not, but it is a huge time investment.
Yeah, I've warned her already.
Okay.
Anyhow, That is the one vision that Little John was able to have.
Alrighty. How does the attune work? Does that take
It
time?
doesn't use- No, it's just if somebody else attunes to it, you're not attuned to it anymore.
Alrighty.
But, while you're wandering around, you see someone also wandering through the library.
Alrighty.
You see a Kuatoa wandering around.
Oh god. Not one of them. Wait.
Oh, that's right. You guys were captured by the Kuatoa at some point, huh?
I wouldn't really say we were captured, more as strategically locked up.
Captured.
No,
With pretty words.
they wanted us to help eliminate the opposite faction of theirs, so the plan was to have us get locked up, but not actually be locked up.
And that ended in disaster, if I recall.
Well, they managed to bring out the Demogorgon.
Nonetheless, you see the Kuatoa wandering around, also using a stone speaker crystal.
Well, I believe we're seeing history today. That must be the smartest one of all.
Thankfully, there's only one. They get a little tricky when they get in groups. So, as you
Yeah,
witness firsthand.
we kind of have the first-hand account of that, yeah. I think I ate shit back then.
You didn't tell me that before, and I'm so glad you did.
Well, I
I
think
look
you'd go
over
a little
to,
insane with the,
I look over to Brandon's bard. Please write that.
don't you write
Lyra
that
nods.
down.
Lyra nods. There's no way I'm missing that information.
Ah, hells. Whatever.
I shall have to get all the details from you later.
Oh, they'll be singing it to your children's children's.
Nonetheless, what do you do next?
Well, who wants to take the next one?
I am, unfortunately, attuned to too many magic items.
Because I can attune, Vanek can attune. Aaron, how many magic items do you have?
2.
Aaron can attune. Brian can attune, I'm sure.
How many
Well,
magic
not
items
just
does
magic
Eldeth
items.
have?
It's a attuned item.
Eldent has no magic items.
Ooh, we need to get her some magic items. I would have figured she might have some, not necessarily attuned ones, but from the Dwarven Forge.
I was gonna say,
but
does she
she's
want
got-
a tentacle rod?
She's got specialized items, and no, she does not
Yes.
want your tentacles.
Please don't give her a tentacle rod.
I have so many magic items.
Don't want to spice it up there, the Athos.
If that isn't any of your business. I am a gentleman after all.
Well, guess I can attune real quick, and then we can ask another question about the present.
All right.
Now, do we have a question to ask about while we're doing this?
Not necessarily for the present. My other question would be in the past. If there's ever been a time when giants have sprouted heads before, and how did they find out? What did they do to stop it? So on and so forth.
Well, Orm, I guess we're going to the place of the past. Gonna lead us there.
All right. He takes you out of this archive and begins leading you to the archive of the past. Once again, there is an inscription written in Dwarvish and Giant over the archway. The past is a crystal, for it can be seen from many facets, yet it always remains the same. And within, you find rooms containing crystals of many colors. There is a stone giant periodically moving tablets, cylinders, and stelae from archives of the present, and he brings them here and stores them. Because obviously the present is very quickly becoming the past.
And also, who is Kuatoa?
Oh, he was in the present archive. You've gone to the past archive.
Yeah, but I'm asking Horn.
He looks over.
I believe he was a member of the Society of Brilliance.
Good for him.
Yeah, we probably should have maybe talked to him. Asked him if
Recall?
he'd... Oh, Joe.
If I recall, that was the Archpriest, Sloopy-Doop.
You wouldn't happen to know if he had a brother named Sloobadoop, do you?
I don't recall.
I mean, can we go back and talk to him?
You could.
Oh boy.
Our apologies, Horn, but we have to return. and speak to this archbeast.
Very well. You go back and head to the archives of the present.
Is the Kuatoa still there?
Yes, he is still there.
Well then, I suppose we will approach him.
He turns and looks at you all with his big fishy eyes.
Well, I imagine you all had some questions.
So you're part of the Society of Brilliance.
Yes, I'm Sloopy-Doo.
Have you or anybody else in the society heard of these demons coming, higher ranking demons coming out through the Underdark?
I know no such thing about a demon incursion.
What you studying?
Myself and the other members of the society came here as a sort of seeking knowledge about the Underdark. Enlightenment.
You wouldn't happen to know a Sloobadoop, would you?
You mean the village?
What the hell was the name of the first one? Wait, I got it.
What year is it for you?
It's
He tells you, and it is a few years in the past.
Oogalop. Glabagool. No, Glabagool is the...
Shusha, the Awakened.
So, here's the deal. We're from a little bit in the future. I'll tell them how many years, what year it is for us. And we are dealing with a problem with incursion of demons coming out of the Underdark and threatening the surface. Like, do you have any tips or anything you would find useful to tell us?
I would postulate the involvement of the Drow.
Of course you would.
Well, given the Drow propensity for demon summoning and the inherent unpredictability of Fairthrest within the Underdark, it only makes sense that they would eventually cause unnecessary amounts of demon summoning.
Not that I want to disagree with you, but our studies are showing that it could possibly be the giants. Unless it's the Drow doing it and they're just using the giants. Oh boy.
Hold on. Why are you thinking it's the giants? Old John saw was them mainly fighting the demons. Why would they be summoning demons just to fight them? Plus, the Kuatoa at Sloobadoop are the ones that managed to bring out the Demon Gorgon.
I highly doubt that Kuatoa would have summoned a demon lord. Obviously, he was probably already in the Dark Lake, and happened to show up while they were praying.
Well, it was an unfortunate time for them and us.
Generally, interactions with demons are not fun.
It does bring up an interesting question to pose. If it wasn't the Kuatoa that brought the Demogorgon, then who?
As I stated, my hypothesis would be the Drow. They are demon worshippers, after all.
They are?
Yes. Their entire religion is based around worshipping their demon goddess, Lolth.
I think we should go to the future library and see if we can't, if somebody in the future knows, if the Drow were the ones to summon demons.
It's worth investigating.
Yeah.
Why would we go to the future when the past would be where the summoner would be?
Because in the past, it would be, it could still not have been written yet, people might not know, but in the future, or is this not how this library works?
Well, the thing is, the library only revolves around the giants.
Well, yeah, but if they were kept as, slaves for the Drow, I would assume somebody had, written something down.
But whatever questions we do ask, it should be giant related.
It's not. The library is focused on giants and the Underdark.
Oh, and the Underdark. Okay.
So, giants, you can learn stuff about the surface if it regards giants. Otherwise, you can learn stuff about the Underdark in general.
Any other motes of wisdom you can give to us before we leave you?
Just how the library works. That's the only thing I could think of.
The Society of Brilliance has never dealt with demons before.
Individually.
Are you here alone?
My companions were here as well, but I seem to have lost track of them.
Are they, what species are they?
What species, are they? Well,
Oh, sorry, race. What race are they?
I, obviously, am a Kuator. I also came here with Skris, the Troglodyte, Grazilax, a Mind Flayer, Blurg, the Orog, and Y, the Darrow.
Good to
Hold on, what the hell's a troglodyte?
They're a reptilian species found commonly within the Underdark. Similar to lizardmen, though they are known for being uncultured.
Huh.
How well known is the Society of Brilliance?
I mean, they have a base of operations in Baldur's Gate.
Well, but, like, would any of
And-
us be aware of them?
Well,
you
I
could
probably
make-
would.
You could make a history check. I would say Erin probably knows for sure because she studied up on Underdark stuff, so she would definitely have heard of the Society of Brilliance. I mean, they're just they're
first
just
time.
they're just an organization that is focused on understanding and studying the Underdark. They have lots of members, much more than the ones he just mentioned. But they are unique in that they include a lot of species and races that are generally not accepted in common society.
Mm-hmm. Would your companions happen to have any experiences with demons that you know of?
As I stated, individually.
Well, we intend to stop their little invasion.
I
There's
wish you best of luck.
information that they have. Well, we'll ask you about it. That could be
That's-
fruitful in fighting demons.
I'm sure the library has more information than I would have. There's a reason we came here.
Fair enough.
With that, he bids you farewell. And where do you go from there?
Alright,
So we're in
what's
the
next?
present. I feel like we should ask, like, specifically about giants in the Underdark, or anything in the Underdark. Like a drow summoning demons in the current time that involve giants.
So are you going to...
Like
What
our
exactly
drow summoning demons.
Well, what's some keywords that we've picked up along the way? Of, like, maybe places or notable people. I don't have any of it written down, because I was aware that other people were doing that.
Or like, how did the Demogorgon get summoned? I don't know.
Well, for that, we'd have to go to the past now, wouldn't we?
Well, I don't know, because, I mean, for us, it's not that far in the past. It's more of a present thing happening. So I guess it would just depend on how the small writing, the fine print of the library works. But wouldn't that also be in, like, future books as well? Like, saying, like, I just need to know how this library works more.
If you go to the past, you can learn what has already happened. If you go to the present, you learn what is currently happening. If you go to the future, you learn what has not happened yet.
Okay. Still think we should, like, ask it about the drow in some way.
Are the drow assholes?
Well, I don't have to exactly
get-
ask the library that.
You get a montage of drow sitting on toilets.
No!
That is not something I'd want to see.
It only understood 2 of the keywords you used.
Damn you,
Are the
King!
drow summoning demons that are involved with this incursion of...
Are you attuned into it?
Sure.
You're in the present.
Yeah.
And what exactly are you asking?
Are there any drow in the Underdark currently working towards summoning more demons?
You get a montage of lots of drow summoning lesser demons. It should be noted, the drow are known for summoning demons.
I
It's one
didn't
of their
know
main
that.
things. That is a regular thing that their mages and their clerics do, is summon demons.
Well, I mean, so what
As
are we
Scooby-Doo
looking
Demon
into
told-
then? Like high level demons or something? How do you specify that?
Demon lords.
Okay. So whoever's next can ask it about demon lords.
Shouldn't we also ask about the Slime King?
I believe that was Jubilex. We killed the Slime King.
Yeah, but he said he was going to be back. Do you not recall? He laughed at us during his death. Yeah. So this wasn't the end of him.
Either way, we know the three demons that seem to be causing most of this issue. Demon Gorgon, Zugmatoy, and Jubilex. Should be focusing more on those three.
Fine,
Random.
use them by name. Like, how did these three get summoned?
Well, for that, we'd have to go to the past.
So do you go to the past archive?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You go to the past archive, and as you reach there, you see a stone giant who looks over and greets you, friendly.
Hello.
Hello.
I'll tip my hat.
What year
Yeah.
are you? Are you with Sloopagloop, whatever his name is?
I do not know that name.
Interesting. What year are you from?
He tells you, and it is several years in the past. Like over 100 years in the past.
Gotcha. I don't suppose you know anything about demon lords being summoned in the Underdark.
I do not.
Okay.
But let me ask, who are you? There are not many non-giants who come to this library.
Apologies. I am called Diathos Hihal.
The name's Lucas Greylock. The big fella here's Little John.
Hello.
I'm Venick.
Aaron.
And we'll just introduce the rest that are actually.
I'll say you
hanging
got a
out
big
with us.
party. Yep. Yeah, nods and bows to you all. I am Stone Speaker Hram. I am here to learn about the nature of dreams.
I'll ask him about the runes that we had seen on our stone that showed up. Something
Yeah.
about dreams thing.
Is he speaking common?
Yeah, he's speaking common.
Okay.
Because he assumed you don't speak giant.
That's fair.
You ask him about the runes,
Yeah,
and he
that thing said
he
something
looks at
about
them.
dreams.
looks at it, and he kind of half smiles to himself. Very interesting. And who gave this to you?
What was his name?
Stone Speaker Hram.
No, the one that gave us. Do we have that?
Stone Speaker Hram.
Oh, he gave it to us. This is trippy. This is trippy! Well, I believe you did, sir.
It would seem that our fates are intertwined. Well, I do not wish to cause any disturbances, but I will remember you. And he smiles and walks off.
Can you reread again what the ring and the rock said before we even entered?
The ring said, "Knowledge is the way," but you got that from the random Zentarum guy. It was just a
Oh,
way
yeah.
to get. But the crystal said, "Long ago, we talked about the Dreamlands. I have been waiting for you ever since."
But we didn't talk about the Dreamlands. Come back!
Oh, he asked you about the nature of dreams. But yes, you are now in the archives of the past.
Well, he was asked about how the three came to be, right?
Yeah. Or, like, how they appeared in the Underdark at this specific date.
Alrighty. Ask the stone how Zugmatoy, Jubilex, and Demon Gorgon seemed to all arrive at the Underdark around the same time.
So what is the exact wording of your question? This matters in here.
That was the exact word of my question.
Yeah, I need you to say it again.
Asking how the three came to be, came into the Underdark at about the same time frame.
And
Sure.
this year.
You're asking, how did the three come to be?
No.
No,
How did the three demon lords, and then state their names, get summoned to the Underdark?
I hate this keyword thing.
It matters.
In
Not
this
smart, man.
year of time.
All right. Well, the moment you say the word Zugtamoy, you get a vision before you can even say the next name.
Real shit.
A cavern of peculiar beauty opens up before you, with lights of every color shining from the pure essence of life, diffused and amplified by the glow of Fezres. The glow pulses, and you can feel the life in the cavern rotting away, bursting with infection. A mushroom grows in the center of the cave, larger and taller, pustules forming and seeping as its stem thickens and its cap reaches to the cavern's ceiling, forming a vast fungal tower. You've seen this tower. You know this place. Two myconids approach the site in awe, not minding the carpet of rot under their feet. You sense their minds come alive in wonder as they kneel in worship. You know they are doomed. A voice sounds out within clouds of spores that fall like snow. The voice tells the myconids, prepare for a gift unlike any you have ever known.
But it doesn't show us, like, how it got there. It just appeared.
That's all you saw. You know it was Neverlight Grove, and you specifically recognized Sovereign Philo, and you could barely make out what you assume would have been Yestabrod, the extremely mutated one that was basically a giant maggot. You could kind of recognize its facial features as best myconids have those.
But we...
I think we need to go to Neverlight.
Well, you know for a fact this was the past, because Yestabrod wasn't mutated yet.
Well, we can't be super specific, I guess.
No, we have to... Can someone ask them if, like, the drow had anything to do with the appearance of whatever the three demon lords' names are, and, like, in this year, whatever year it is. Guessing it's 14-something.
So it's not about specificness. It's about certain keywords get you certain things.
Oh boy. Well, for today, we've only got
You've used 2.
Ryan and Venick left.
No, we have built up with this.
Like, literally
You've used up 4 charges, though.
Yeah.
Remember, if you used up all the charges, there's a chance it gets destroyed.
So we got one more to ask today.
I don't
It's got
plan
10
on doing it.
charges. It's got 10. You could use it 4 times.
Okay, we've got 3 more chances to figure this out.
Does Lyra?
I don't think she's got any magical items.
Well, why don't we, ask specifically about the Demogorgon and appearing in the Underdark? How did the Demogorgon appear in the Underdark? Or, not appear, but how did the Demogorgon get summoned to the Underdark? Don't everybody all talk at once.
I keep forgetting that I'm, pushed to talk.
And I was trying to figure something out. Sorry.
Who's using it next?
It's all to me. I am already maxed out on attunements.
I mean, I guess I can.
Aren't you just complaining about having too many magic items?
Oh, I'm not keeping it. I have 6 magic items. What? 5.
Well, for one, never said to keep it so.
And that's what I just said. I ain't keeping it.
But are you attuned to 3 items?
I told you earlier I'm only attuned to 2, because only 2 of my items need attunement.
Well, then why are you whining?
I don't know. I just felt like it.
Fine. Tune to it and then ask how the Demogorgon was summoned to the Underdark.
So, Venick takes an hour, attunes, and then asks about the Demogorgon.
Yep.
You receive a vision. You see a Koatoa swimming in the gloomy depths of a dark subterranean lake, uncertain. It turns left and then right. It's trying to find something, even as it's surrounded by a fanged creature resembling manta rays. The Koatoa then smiles, its needle teeth gleaming even in the darkness. Submerged, it has seen something. It understands a new secret. Its already unhinged mind plunges further into madness. It curls in on itself, arms extending in worship. The form, it circles. The manta rays, they swim. 2 tentacles emerge, followed by 2 howling baboon heads.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Interesting. I don't know. Did anybody else get anything out of that?
It wasn't the drow.
No, it was just a lonely fish dude. Well, I repeat that all to, everybody else, and I'm tuned.
Did we know anything about the demon lords?
I mean, through his studying, Venick knows the names of all the demon lords. All the major ones.
Like any history about them, though?
Not particularly.
Well, perhaps you should ask if they've ever been beaten, and how.
But I think the last person is Zed.
Well, Zed said he's not going to do it.
Wait, we can have Althea do it.
And Eldeth and Lyra.
They could do it.
I hold the crystal out to whoever takes it.
Eldeth.
Annoyed at the indecision, Eldeth would walk up and take the crystal.
Yep.
Alright,
Mm.
what are we asking?
Would you mind asking if the Demogorgon has ever been defeated? If it's delegated strictly to the Underdark, or if by giants, something should show up?
She asks a question, and then she tells you that nothing happened.
That is concerning.
I don't suppose there's anybody else walking around besides that one giant that didn't tell us much.
Well, he's gone, and you haven't seen anyone else.
Well, I mean, can we cruise? Is that a thing? Can we just walk around?
Oh, of course. Where do you go?
I'll personally go back to the present library,
Alright.
I guess, and just... Since, I mean, I can read the tablets by myself, can't I?
They're written in giant.
Yeah.
Man, I think the comprehend language is only for an hour.
I mean, because I don't need to use the memory shard to learn things, do I?
What was that?
I don't need to use the memory shard to learn things, right?
No, you can just read.
Well, let's see. Eldeth and I might retire to our rooms. For now, let's see when these masters are no longer busy. They might be able to point us in some sort of direction.
I'm also going to go to my room.
Well, I'll take my stone back. And maybe I'll walk around the present area with Aaron.
I just try to look, like, skim through anything that looks like drow and demon lords, or like Demogorgon, or whatever the other two
Why
big
don't
names
you just
were.
ask Caleb Deers?
Okay.
They bring you tablets. There's lots of tablets about what the drow are doing. Mostly
With the demon lords?
Nope.
That's what I asked for.
Well, there's nothing in regards to the drow interacting with demon lords.
I'm gonna ask who's the head, like, magic guy of the drow?
I guess I shouldn't say. There are drow that are performing worship to Luld. That is technically drow interacting with the demon lord. As for the...
Do they have a hierarchy for their mages?
I mean, technically, but it's mostly about their matriarchy.
Yeah.
And you would just get a list of all the current heads of the various drow houses.
Well, I don't know if that helps. I mean, if we're looking into the drow being the one summoned these lords, it'd have to be someone pretty powerful with their magic. Or they just really got unlucky. Because you can't summon, like, higher demons and stuff unless you actually have powerful magic, right?
Generally not.
Okay.
That's beyond even, like, leveled spells, so to speak.
Well, I guess like my highest guy probably gonna be good then.
Potentially high-level ritual magic or ancient artifact. But eventually, while you are still reading through the stuff, Aaron, two figures approach. A withered drow clad in dark flowing robes, and a hulking gray-skinned monster resembling a spiky humanoid toad, its wide mouth full of razor-sharp teeth. The drow's pinched and lined face speak to his great age, and his red eyes narrow and appraise you carefully as he approaches.
Well, my hand immediately goes to my hand crossbow, but I don't draw it.
I was gonna say, we're all in the library, chill out.
Let's not get hasty. We are all here as guests of the Stone Giants.
Exactly.
I am Vizera.
Nice to meet you.
I am a drow archmage. And this is my companion, Cleve. He is my bodyguard.
Hi, Cleve.
Tell me, what brings you to Gravenhollow?
Well, we're here to deal with some demons. More specifically, some lords that seem to have popped up.
It would seem that we have a common interest. I'm here because I believe a demonic invasion of the Underdark is underway. And I believe the information here will confirm my suspicion.
Is that so?
Yes.
Well, we haven't had too much luck yet on our end of trying to figure things out. Maybe you might be able to help us then.
I would recommend looking into the Archmage of Menza Branson, Gromf-Benir.
Yeah, I spelled it. Alrighty.
If you discover anything of note, please share your findings with me.
And what exactly are you... Like, what is your intention with the Demon Lords? Knowledge.
As I stated, I don't want my home to be destroyed. I live in the Underdark.
But I thought most of you drow served Loth pretty religiously.
At that, he looks at you very seriously and tells you, despise Loth and all of her predecessors.
Yep, can't fault you for
What'd you
that.
What'd you say his name was again?
Vizarin.
Okay. What year are you from?
He tells you the current year.
Oh, thank God. Alright. Yeah, maybe we can help each other. Even though you already gave us a big name to look into.
That's a trustworthy face. Wait, what has Zilch been doing?
He's been exploring.
Gotta check his box lid. Not that he could really pilfer anything.
I mean, we've been camping out with him.
Shit.
There's every chance Joe was stealing things from other NPCs in the party.
Now we used up all but one charge, right?
No, you can still use one more and then still have 2 left. It has 10 charges. Use 2 every time you try to receive a vision, and you use 6 of them. Because Eldeth didn't get a vision.
Too bad Elda's gone.
Well, there's Althea. If John stayed with you, Lyra's probably still around.
I mean, Althea's definitely staying with you, and Sister Miriam, of course.
And Sister Miriam.
Okay. I want to join up with the rest of the group and ask them, go into the past and have someone ask about Gromf, however you say his name.
Well,
Did you go get the rest of us?
Why don't we just
I just said.
go straight to the past?
I think she's trying to gather the party first.
Oh my gosh.
So who's doing what?
I mean, I'm just chilling in my room.
She came and got us.
Oh, they came and got us.
Despite the Do Not Disturb placard on my door.
So rude. Alright.
Not really.
We came across some information pointing to a drow archmaze that is in Mezzo Branson right now, and he could be a big hint into why these demon lords are appearing. So I think we should ask the memory shard about that.
Male archman?
Yep.
Like the feet.
Well, I
They
don't
usually
think-
don't prefer the males with magic.
Well, we happen to meet the Archmage right now. Named by the Vizarin. He'll say quite the bodyguard with him.
So males usually become mages, females usually become priestess.
Yeah, but they don't like their male mages rising up the ranks, at least as far as I was aware. It's very rare for them to actually.
I would say there aren't many, but they exist.
Which is why I said that it's quite the feat.
Okay, so who can we use to ask the question still?
Yeah.
I mean,
Eldest didn't receive a vision. Lyra could come. Althea. Miriam.
Zaya.
Sister Miriam.
Great. Choose.
Zed said he did not wish to use the crystal.
That's fine. Well, let's just give it back to Eldeth and have her ask in the past. Let's see. The Archmage, Groff, Banray, summoning demon lords. Or like, what does he know about summoning demon lords?
Well, she holds the crystal and says, Gromf, Benir, and she describes to you an imperious drow archwizard in spider silk robes casts a mighty conjuration spell. As the ritual draws towards its conclusion, a web of Ferzres energy expands outward. He seems alarmed by this, his efforts to complete the spell growing more crazed as he realizes he's lost control. And then, madness. Rifts open in the web of energy around him. Cracks stretch and widen, and through them come horrific fiends, screaming, shrieking, and howling. All the lords of the abyss, wrenched out and cast into the Underdark.
All
Meanwhile,
of them.
a woman's deep, dark laugh echoes in her mind as a drow wizard shrinks away from the demonic hordes he has unwittingly unleashed.
Oh, great. It's Loth.
Lolth brought out the Demon Lords and used this Archmage. I mean, kind of not his fault kind of thing, right?
Totally screwed.
I mean, he was trying to do something, and then it went a little crazy.
You know, it occurs to me, it might be useful searching in the past for, weapons that are particularly effective against demons, or ways to craft them. Perhaps what giants make,
Yeah.
or ways they smith.
Well, are you going to use your last 2 charges and risk destroying the gem?
No.
I
What
think,
do you do?
well, I'm gonna go find Zarin, let him know that his little hunch turned out to be quite the reveal.
And you're positive was Wolf doing?
I'm not the one that had the vision.
Yes, but you are the one that insinuated that that would be the case. Based
I
on
mean-
what you-
There was a lot of spider webs, and then a woman laughing. Yeah, I'd say that's Lolth.
Yeah, I'd have to say that's pretty,
that might just be the nature of the magic of Drow. Drow
you,
love their spiders, and Wolf is the spider demon.
unless you said you were bringing this up to Vizarin,
that I was.
to which he would tell you that you should confirm which demon lords are loose.
Well, we know Zugmator, Jubilix, and the Demogorgon.
Are those the only ones we need to deal with?
Probably not.
We could hope.
I'd rather not hope. I'd rather confirm.
How would you get this information?
Like going to the president and saying their names.
Or preferably the past to find out what happened.
True.
What have they already done? Where have they been?
At least we don't have to worry about Zugmator. We know where she's gonna be.
Lucky you.
Not really.
Nonetheless, I suggest you keep looking into it. We need to determine just how much trouble we're in.
Well, unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait a little while.
He nods. Come back when you've learned more.
Yep. Time to get some shut-eye.
Well, obviously you all get a nice, safe, long rest, safely within the halls of Gravenhollow. What do you do the next day?
How many charges come back?
You roll. It's like a
That's a roll
1d6.
plus something.
Yeah, plus some.
Where is it?
Stone speaker.
I got it.
1d6 plus 4.
Do.
So 6. So you have 8.
Roll a d20 just in case. See if we would have lost it. We used them up.
Well, looks like we can do 2 in the past, 2 in the present. Unless we want to find out all the past first, and then go to the present.
Alright, so what do you do?
We'll go to the past.
Alright. You go to the past.
Have some time to pass the rod around.
Oh. I guess, well, I didn't, maybe you already mentioned that while you hold it, you also have advantage on intelligence and investigation checks. As long as it's on your person, you don't even have to be holding it. So Sam, you should this entire time, you should have been if you were in tune to it, I suppose, that's right.
Yeah. Plus, it would allow it to speak of animals, speak of dead, speak of plants.
This would have been amazing to know about.
None of you bothered to look into it after you received it.
Did?
I couldn't.
No, I don't even think we told you about it.
That's also possible.
What?
Because, yeah, then when did you get the crystal?
I think after Titus died.
Titus wasn't in this one.
The hell was your first character's name?
Caspian?
Caspian. After he died.
Nonetheless, you get to the pass archive and you see a figure that looks very much like a drow, having all completely pitch black skin, though he is dressed in little more than a loincloth.
Well, that's another side I don't think I ever thought I'd see.
He also stands 9 feet tall.
You're so tall.
And
Why are you so short?
as you look upon him, you feel strange urge.
What kind of urges we talking about?
The urge to kill?
Oh,
What kind of urges?
I mean, you said strange, so I can't imagine it's unless it's like getting some strange, in which case, then
Diathos, you gain a new flaw.
why me?
You're just the unlucky roll, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I rolled.
Okay, I could talk to.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. What kind of flaw you got, mate?
You gained the new flaw.
In fact, you chose snickering about it.
Well,
Did that change anything?
Eldeth and I will see you later.
Why?
Oh, okay.
Where are you going?
I just thought of something wonderful. And then I grab her hand and we run with her.
She looks back over her shoulder at everyone else and kind of does a half pull her away.
And then I hang the do not disturb sign.
You put the sock on the door.
Nonetheless, the massive dark figure looks at you all and asks you,
I will explain at least. This interaction only happened because that urge suddenly came on to me. I don't have to do this all the time.
no, you don't. It's not a constant thing. But that's a flaw you have now.
Yeah, that's fine. And no, it doesn't change much. It's just the fact that because this urge was brought on so suddenly, I have to act it out.
But yes, this towering dark figure looks upon you all. Tell me, where from the Underdark do you hail?
Don't exactly hail from the Underdark.
Really? And yet you're in Gravenhollow.
That's where we be.
And
As
who are you?
As you get closer, you realize that he is extremely handsome. You might even dare say beautiful. But there's something subtly off about his beauty. And then you realize he has 6 fingers on each hand and 6 fingers on each foot. Or 6 toes on each foot.
Who might you be, my tall, dark, and handsome?
And 3 loincloths. Don't think about it.
Wait, what?
I am the Dark Prince. Good.
The Dark Prince.
Fascinating. We'll be leaving now.
Venik, you're with, right?
I am.
You can make a history roll with advantage.
Uh-oh.
Grat is one of the demon lords.
Well. Uh-oh.
Kind of just like slowly go back to Lucas and whisper that into his ear.
I slowly start putting my hand down to my crossbow.
That's not gonna help.
It makes it safer for me! Not really.
I'm gonna step behind Lucas, that way I have a meat shield in front of me.
Alright, Prince, now why exactly are you here?
Was summoned to the Underdark. I assumed I should learn more about it.
Who summoned you here?
I'm not quite certain. One moment I was in the unrealized potential that is the chaos of the abyss. And the next thing I knew, I was here.
That's it? Just poof?
More or less.
That is kind of how your summoning works, don't it?
Have you ever used a teleportation spell?
Yeah, I suppose. Poof.
I assume it works something like that.
Now, how
And
else do
he,
I have to ask?
He bends down and attempts to place his hand underneath your chin there.
Okay.
And you need to make a wisdom save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't really want these guys touching. Especially, I don't think this one. if just looking at Andre.
I guess she really wants it.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
I like how I feel like these aren't changing anything.
She must read.
Everything.
You know, that also
A new flaw.
brings up a question. What is the contraceptive like here in D&D?
Sheepskins.
Because I'm gonna need to figure that out.
Too late for you.
But you gain the following flaw.
I don't know how to act that out. I don't. Okay.
I believe in you.
I feel like you don't need to act it out.
Okay. That's weird.
So what? She just like touched him or something?
He touched her.
Oh,
And as far as I know, nothing's happened.
Nope.
I already do that.
That's what I'm saying!
And I already do what I do. It's just
Would have been hilarious if it was someone other than Andre, though. Like Zed.
The dice land where they fall.
I have a claw. I don't need another one.
you know, my first flaw is I can't resist a pretty
I
face.
don't look in mirrors.
So it just took your flaw and expanded on it.
Yeah, doubled up. I have a tier 2 flaw, guys.
Nonetheless, God wishes you the best of luck in whatever it is you're here to do.
Yeah, we're not
Meanwhile-
gonna tell him what we're here to do.
Meanwhile, he has to get back to his studies.
Great. Have fun. And then we go find Vizoran and go, dude, help!
Yeah. I ain't screwing with that one.
It's a nice sword.
that's what I was about to say. I'm like, I like that sword.
I wonder if we could ask the past.
So, Venik, you would have known Graz is the Dark Prince of Pleasure and considers the only sin to be restricting yourself. He's Glenash.
I'm gonna have to borrow that tentacle red.
He is.
You're spicing it up.
He's the demon lord of indulgence and debauchery.
Oh yeah, I don't like him. I'm just a child.
You're
So
my
you need to be
dad.
a granddaddy.
Well, you confirmed that another demon lord is on the material plane.
Yeah! With us!
And you know where this one is. You know where he is. You don't even have to get a vision. If you haven't figured it out, there's a lot of random rolls for who you can encounter.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's
You know,
library.
it's funny because the genie that I can summon actually has access to plane shift, and you can force that on other creatures if they don't succeed their rolls.
Yeah.
I imagine it'd be hard to summon that succeed against Demon Lord, but
What happens if we cast Banish on a demon lord?
We probably die.
I don't want to try.
I have it.
Nonetheless,
it's different than Banish in sense of it's a 6th level thing, I believe.
it is higher. But nonetheless, Banish actually works better because it forces creatures that aren't native to the plane they're on have, I think, disadvantage.
Fine.
Nonetheless, you said you're in the past archive, and you're here to ask questions.
I'm not.
Yep.
You're not.
Vanek. Who are the Demon Lord?
I shall start listing them off.
Wait. Start with Lolf. And yeah, just start there.
The demon lords are beans, creams, beans, potatoes, tomatoes. No, I'll tell you all the names of the demon lords.
Well,
Obviously, you've already looked into Zugtamoy and Demogorgon.
Lolf. Ask about Lolf. Do it!
Jesus.
wow. I'm not even the one attuned. He ran off with the one that was last attuned. So who wants to attune?
Gosh, I guess I'll do it then if no one else is going to.
I'm not there. No, neither is Zelda.
Alright, you attune to it,
Yep,
and you ask about Lulth,
I do.
and you behold the true form of the demon queen of spiders.
Oh no.
Okay.
That of a black, bloated arachnid, with the head of a female drow. Nestled in the webs all around her are thousands upon thousands of grey eggs. Then she looks at you. Even in the past, she knows she's being scryed upon, and her fury is tangible, as her mind reaches out to find you. Shriek of rage as she shuts you out with powerful wards. Even Gravenhollow echoes as the vision is suddenly torn away in darkness. You have to make a wisdom save. While she's in the abyss, she also exists out of time.
So she didn't come out.
Yes, she was still in the abyss.
I really hope that succeeds, but it's a demon lord.
Yeah, that's a fail.
Oof.
It's a demon lord.
Demon lords,
A lot of their stats might even be maxed out at 30.
demon lords have very high stats. This combination, though, you have gained a new long-term madness.
So she's afraid to use her powers.
No,
Oh
cute
yeah, I
that.
forgot about that one.
No, you guys
Yeah,
cured
yeah.
that with the devil, didn't you?
No.
I'm the only
I
one that
keep-
got cured.
The only one who got saved was Lucas. But yes.
Oh,
this
but
is your-
then
Yeah, but I
didn't
used
Tyler use Greater Restoration? Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, he did. Tyler gained access to Greater Restoration, and now
So she can use her powers.
so Aaron is cured of that madness.
Hooray!
Gained the
But
following,
now we have the new one.
and it's not necessarily obvious yet to everyone else that she has it.
Great.
You might have already guessed the first one.
First one.
She's insistent. It's very insistent.
That's the nice way of putting it.
Oh. No, I
She
didn't
demands her
notice
way at all times,
that. I wasn't noticing.
and mercy upon you if you don't give it to her.
Andrea gets a gold star.
Yay!
I mean, it was a madness of the demon lord of pleasure, the dark prince of desire, who believes that the only sin is to restrain yourself.
I mean, does that mean he hates BDSM?
No. He doesn't hate it.
That's not you. That's not you restraining yourself. That's you restraining another.
Exactly.
I mean,
You could definitely restrain yourself.
kind of get like we should go. We haven't been to the future one yet, have we?
You have not.
We should go there and probably ask about like how this ends.
So, you go to the future one?
Yes.
Well, just like the others, there is an inscription over the doorway, in Dwarvish and Giant. The future is a song we remember, but we cannot rush to its end, lest we destroy the melody. And unlike the other rooms, this archive echoes with the sound of running water, and all the niches in the walls contain stone cylinders, which are also fountains where water is flowing over the stone crystals. You see the stone giant, that is the librarian, as a female stone giant appears to be taking down notes and whatnot. And then you also see, going through the various tablets, an elderly looking man with a long gray beard, dressed in red robes with a pointy red hat.
No frickin' way.
It's a red wizard.
Wizard of Thay. Or
I'll just kind of like go up and be like, "Hello." You don't see many other wizards. Hi.
It depends entirely on where you're going.
That's true.
is it actually a Wizard of Thay?
I don't know. You want to ask him?
You're not there.
I'm not
to ask
there.
him.
I know. I'm not actually there. But if it's a Wizard of Thay, pretty sure a lot of people would know.
I mean, does he look like a wizard of Thay?
No.
Okay.
Just an older gentleman, long gray beard, long gray hair, a very welcoming smile, red robes, and a red pointy hat.
So, what you studying?
I'm looking for a spell that I seem to have forgotten some time ago.
Sorry to hear that. We're looking into some demon lords coming out of the Underdark.
Oh, the demon incursion. I remember
Oh.
that.
You remember that? That's
Yes, the unintended result of a spell cast by Gravenhollow, former Archmage of Mantol-Derrith.
okay. We could have just started with you. That would have been great. Do you have any idea how it was stopped?
He looks at you and narrows his eyes. What year is it?
Well, for us, it's 14 whatever.
At that he smiles and chuckles. Oh, I can't exactly tell you what happens. I don't want to ruin the story. I will
give us
tell
a
you
hint?
this much.
Yeah.
Many great heroes were lost to the demonic tide. But several powerful demon lords were driven back to the abyss.
Well, that's good.
I would say so. Anytime those bothersome demons get sent back to the tides of chaos, they don't belong here. Even in the Underdark. I didn't catch your name, by the way.
Oh, Aaron.
Pleasure meeting you, Aaron. Maybe we'll meet again someday.
I hope so.
Oh, and pardon me. I am Elminster. And with that, he begins walking further down the hall.
And I'm like nerding out right now so hard. Like, guys are not gonna believe who I just talked to.
You specifically found Elminster from the future.
Who's
Which means he's
Elminster?
really old.
Only the greatest mage to ever exist.
You're not
You're
here.
not there.
I know.
Are you asking that in character or out of character?
I mean, both.
And I was answering you. Out of character.
He
Like-
is literally D&D's Gandalf.
Yeah, he's like 1,000-year-old wizard.
Gandalf the Red.
He
I
does
like
wear
to
all-
I like to think it's more maroon than red.
Yeah. So, back in like second edition and whatnot, the actual rule books were all written as if it was Elminster not the rule books,
Oh,
but
so
the
from
campaign
his,
books?
his point of view.
it was written as him traveling everywhere and noting everything. He's the one that wrote everything we know about the Forgotten Realms. I've got his books.
That's actually pretty cool.
So basically, he confirmed that it was the one drow that started all the Demon Lord problems. And,
Unintentionally.
yeah.
Yep. You guys still need to figure out who the woman was.
Yeah, I guess he didn't really confirm it was Lolth. I mean,
She's the only one still in the Abyss.
yeah. Wait a minute. Did she just want the Abyss all to herself?
That's possible.
Dude. She has so many eggs.
She has so many.
Thousands
She's been
upon thousands.
There's so many
Breeding an
spiders.
army!
We're just gonna send all the Demon Lords back and they're gonna be like PTSD with spiders.
Don't worry, we'll send him
Wait,
a
wait,
raid.
What if we just, we go to the other Demon Prince who's here, willingly banish him for, a second and then bring him back and he can just tell us what's going on down there?
Is it this Demon
Well,
Prince also
you
supposed
have
to be
fun with that.
really, really ingenious?
That's,
Yeah, isn't he supposed to be like a genius too? Very manipulative.
I mean, yeah, Venet could tell you
Technically, they are.
of all the demons, I mean, all of them are, but of all the demons, he is the one that's least confrontative, because he prefers just manipulating people and seducing people.
So yeah, let's not try to strike any sort of deal with that guy.
Fine.
I think she just wants him to touch her again.
I kinda do.
So two people got the urges.
I mean, Venet can also tell you that he wields the greatsword Angdrel, also known as the Wave of Sorrow.
Well,
Cool.
anyways, let's go find out where these other Demon Lords are. Or doing, or what possibly doing.
Oh, we didn't even. Did we even use the shard in here yet? Okay.
Elminster just talked to you,
Yeah, you
Okay.
went and asked him basically what your question was.
and he
Oh,
told you
but-
that you win.
Okay,
But
but
at
we
a
don't know
death.
how.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, can we just generally ask about the demon incursion? Because that seems to be a a spot in history, apparently.
So you'll probably need to be a little more specific.
How the demon incursion ended. Well, not
So-
ended, but like how. Yeah, you know what I mean.
You do receive a vision. Get it up.
No, wait, didn't she already do the vision? Because that's how she got the thing with Law.
Oh yeah, you did do one already with Lull.
Okay, so someone else needs to do this.
Alright, I'll do it. So I haven't done it today.
So you receive a vision. As the vision takes hold, your surroundings blur and darken, replaced by a cavernous labyrinthine expanse of the Underdark. Shadows dance on the jagged walls, illuminated by flames that seem to burn with a life of their own. In the heart of this abyssal arena, you see various demon lords towering over the battlefield. The Demogorgon, prince of demons, his twin heads snapping and roaring, a cacophony of rage, tentacles lashing out. Meanwhile, Graz, the Dark Prince, stands tall and regal, his obsidian skin gleaming in the firelight, a wicked grin as he parries and counters unparalleled skill. Nearby, Orcus, Lord of Undeath, wields a sinister wand, summoning forth legions of undead, necrotic energies draining the very life from those around him. Baphomet, the Horned King, charges in with wild abandon, his labyrinthine maze of madness manifesting with him as he charges. Brutal strength and savage attacks. You see more. All the demon lords fighting each other.
Oh, each other.
The vision ends. You do not see the end of it.
Well then.
But you still feel, even as the vision ends, you can feel like you hear the echoes of the clashing of battle, the crackling of magic, and the roar of these titanic beings.
But they're fighting each other, so that means they don't like each other.
None of them like each other.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Same with the devil
Yeah.
gods, whatever, devil lords.
The Archfiends.
Yeah, but the Archfiends are willing to work with each other.
Yeah.
They just,
Sometimes.
I mean, they just try and outdo each other. They don't actively fight each other.
Yeah, the
difference
the
between
ones
law and
that have, the ones that generally have the longer term machinations are going to be archfiends. The ones that are a little bit more savage will be the demons.
The demons fight each other, the devils try to plot and undo each other's plans.
Did you recognize the room that everybody was in, apparently?
It was just a massive cave within the Underdark.
Didn't ring any bells.
Why would he know where it was? He's from
I
the
don't know.
surface.
But, I mean, you can state some...
There was nothing that was particularly, noticeable.
Okay.
It was just a cave in the Underdark. It could be a million different places in the Underdark.
Well, the Underdark is just a cave,
Kind of, yeah.
really.
Well, at least now we can go back to the dwarven place and be like, yeah, this is happening. And apparently we have to turn them all against each other and send them back before Lolth takes over the abyss with her spiders. She yelled at me. Yeah.
I'm the one who yells.
Yep. We done in the future then?
I mean, so we got all of the names of the other demon lords, basically.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, Venick knows all of them, because that was what he studied during his break.
Oh my gosh.
Really, Andre?
I'm remaining relevant, alright? Still part of the story.
Okay!
Fair enough.
You have any idea how much stamina dwarves have?
That's why I'm worried. I'm just a man.
Anyways.
Spirit is willing and strong. It's soft and supple.
Let's head on back to the past so we can find out where the rest of the demons went.
Yep.
We got 2 more visions to use before the day, right?
Yep.
Well,
I mean, we talked to Elminster, so there was a librarian in the future room, but I don't think we should talk to them.
The librarians are busy, like, constantly cataloging and filling out.
Yeah, let's just not bother them.
So,
Going back to the past.
yep.
All right. Who's using it and what are they asking about?
I'll attune and ask about Orcus.
You attune and you ask about Orcus.
oh god.
In the
So,
heart
like-
of an
Sorry. Go ahead.
In the heart of an alien cavern, glistening with slime, scores of mind flayers gather around an enormous brain resting in a pool. The brain is dead. You can hear the Illithid's incomprehensible thoughts as they mourn its passing. One word echoes louder than the others. Styrog. Suddenly, Bezres bathes the dark and twisted hall in strange ethereal light. A rift opens. A hulking horned figure that reeks of putrescence steps out. It raises a skull-tipped wand and points at the dead brain.
No.
The brain begins to pulsate, and you see intermittent flashes of purple light under its rotting flesh. The mind flayers are aghast as the elder brain speaks to them once more, telling them Orcus has saved Cyrog, commanding them, follow me into undeath.
Oh, it's got a lich brain. I don't think that's what it's called actually, but Jesus
That is the end of your vision.
Holy shit. So what I know about Orcus is that he's actually one of the top contenders for hardest thing to fight the entire game.
And you just learned that Orcus has raised from the dead an elder brain.
And now controls the mind flayers with it.
At least one of their colonies.
Yes. Well, that ain't exactly a good sign. Who's next?
Somehow they get speed. Elminster confirmed it.
I'll pass the stone to John.
What are you gonna ask about, Little John?
What do you want me to ask about?
Vic,
Or, we're in the present, right? Or are we in the future?
Past.
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 Which Demon Prince we asked about now? We talked about Orcus. How many princes are there actually?
Baphomet.
I don't remember their names.
Jubilex.
Baphomet, Jubilex, Raz Urblu, Inogu.
I'm not gonna bother trying to write that down.
Yeah, talk about Googlu.
Inoglu?
Yeah, the Demon Prince of Knowles.
I will ask about that.
You ask about Inogu?
Yep.
Well, you receive a vision. A hunched and rotting creature with the head of a fiendish hyena swings a triple-headed flail at the shoulder, crushing it. As the eye tyrant falls to the floor, a pack of hyenas leap onto the corpse and tear off all of its eye stalk. Meanwhile, the demon lord licks the gore off of his weapon. The hyenas feed, and then change.
Lovely.
They mutate, transforming into slavering, cackling gnolls before the vision ends.
This is a lot worse than what we originally told everyone about. We thought it was one demon lord.
We told him it was 3 demons.
I can still use that major image and show them all of them. He's just
But so now you know that Zugtamoy is making a Myconid army.
Basically, they're all making
Orcus.
armies.
Orcus has an army of undead Illithids. You know who's creating gnolls?
You know what? I bet the
Oh,
Demogorgon is just smashing around.
Yeah, I was saying, all you've seen about the Demogorgon is he's just going around smashing. You do have that.
He goes
And,
Hulk smash.
I mean, Graz is just going around reading in the library for right now.
and I'm going to assume that Jubilex was making an army of slimes, obviously.
I mean, you could find out for sure.
To do
I think you're out for the day, though, aren't you?
Yes.
the Demogorgon doesn't need an army because everything around him goes mad, or has a chance to go mad.
Yeah.
The armies become his armies, essentially.
This is madness.
No, we're not doing that, Tyler.
Well, no, this is all just madness. It's just this is doing this. This is doing this. This is cursed. That is
Athos is
cursed.
doing Eldeath.
Yeah, he's
I
doing
never
this
said anything
unlike the,
specific.
Someone accidentally walks in his room. It's just them having an arm wrestling contest.
Kicking my ass.
Well, if that's all we got for today, either return to our quarters or walk around.
I mean, you're free to do either. You can spend your day resting, recuperating, or you can wander the libraries.
I'm gonna head back to my area.
Yeah, just go back to my room. Hopefully it's not near Diathos, though.
Oh, it's a stone giant place. I'm sure the walls are
yeah, they're gonna be thick walls. They're just made of stone, probably.
probably also acoustic though, so. Let's hope the doors are also thick.
They're just your standard wood ones.
Oh, so you all just take a rest for the day?
Some more than others. Whatever a day can be said in here, I guess.
I mean, you have an understanding of the passage of time.
Did, like, the rest of our group, like all the NPCs, the reinforcements and stuff, come with us in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have rooms for everyone.
Okay. It's because I really suck.
I was gonna say, not only is it like outside of time, but it's also bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
I would have also told Amika to guard the door outside.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want her watching us. Yeah, my lady.
Anyhow,
Anyway,
next day, you can recharge again.
Gonna need to.
Oh lord.
What's my roll? That's 10 charges, isn't it?
Now it's 4 plus 4.
8.
Oh,
But
it's
that
4.
brings it back up to 10.
Right.
So it's-
I ended up being right when I thought I was wrong.
Well,
oh no, I'm still how they get it. 4 plus 4 equals 10.
Because it had 2 already. It's-
Yeah.
yeah,
It still had 2, and you're adding 8.
we're not destroying the sun.
I thought you were just doing common core.
Well, let's head back to Past.
Oh, I forgot to read this part.
Oh.
Your guest quarters are fully furnished with the exact type of furniture and style that you prefer.
So is it like a combination between
It's like
myself and
home.
Eldeth then?
What was that?
Is it like a combination between myself and Eldeth then?
I mean, to a degree, yes. And also, anytime you wish to return to your room, you simply need to think about wanting to go back to your room, and the next stairway you walk up leads exactly to your room.
That's
Wow.
That's cool.
Magic library.
But
Oh.
anyways,
I should have read through the details about what the library does. So yeah, that's what the rooms do. While within the library, all creatures automatically have comprehend languages cast up.
Oh, so I could be reading stills.
Yes.
Learn to read more.
Shut it, pious boy.
Well then. Yeah, I suppose I'll regroup. Eldeth and I.
But I shall attune.
All right.
And for curiosity, I will speak Gratz. See what he was up to.
You see a circle of stout, hooded figures. Their forms hunched and emaciated. Their gestures and movements are jerky, indicating of a madness possessing them. They are chanting, swaying to their own words, and then they stop as the glow of a Fairdress rises around them. It begins to whisper unintelligible words. They look up, and you recognize the faces of Duergar and Darrow. They begin to cackle and dance, their hands glowing with a power that isn't there. The vision shifts, and suddenly the grey dwarves stare down at the red-hot metal of their own anvils, the constant rhythm of their hammer faltering. They all look at each other, suspicious. None of them trust each other. When suddenly, brother turns against brother. They draw their swords. Sparks fly. The city burns. All the while, a king looks upon it, uncaring, as a seductress whispers sweet nothings in his ear.
So, Crackle Stew is burning.
And you can probably assume what types of demons Graz has under his sway.
It's basically a civil war has broken out. Is what I would assume, right?
To a degree.
Alright. Who wants to find out about the next demon lord?
Shall.
Which one will you ask about?
Which ones haven't we asked about? And
Have
what
you
are
guys-
they about?
Filled us in on everything that's happened.
I
But you
assume
have
everybody's sharing the details as you learn them.
Yeah.
But you still haven't learned about Jubilex, Fraz Urblu, or Baphomet.
Who's Baphomet?
basically the
he is-
Minotaur god.
Yeah, King of Minotaurs. So,
I
related to
shall-
Little John.
Ooh, I'll let him do that one. I'll go to
Shouldn't you let Little John do this?
Which one?
Ubelex.
Jubilex.
Yeah.
Alright. You receive your vision. A deep gnome, spurned by others of his kind. He weeps and he wanders the dark tunnels, talking to the things that crawl and seep from the walls. You see him adopt 2 patches of ooze. They sense his innate power over them. He plays with them as if they're his children. He chases them through the gloomy depths, but something changes. The oozes flow away. The gnome runs after them, fearful of being alone again. You feel a great hunger seize him. He experiences visions. The visions of his pass into your vision, showing what appears to be a paradise to him. But in reality, as you see through it, an oozing nightmare. The great hunger speaks to him. His already broken mind a shield against the hunger's shattering power. That power seems to recognize and acknowledge something in the gnome, that it will serve it well. The hunger has a name, Jubilex, and its power, such great and terrible power. It grants the gnome the ability to command the little hungers, his children, so they can return to the place that cast him out and devour everything.
I kind of feel sad for him. Just a minor bit.
But now you know the story of the Pudding King.
The Pudding King.
He had control over slimes, but then the Demon Lord of Slimes found him and used him. Well, who wants to ask the next question?
I will.
Ask about Baphomet.
Yes.
All right,
Baphomet.
you take the crystal
Yeah, how
and you
excited I
speak
get.
the name of Baphomet, the Horned King, and the smell of blood fills your nostrils as you wander a maze of underdark tunnels, moving with perfect purpose as your giant hooves crush stone underfoot. Bezreth's light reveals that your shadow is monstrous, suggesting a hulking beast with a crown of horns. With your bloody glaive, you carve a swath through a forest of towering Zirkwood mushrooms that stand in your way. The tunnels beyond would confuse any ordinary, but you know the path you must walk. Every step brings you closer to a magma-filled chasm, lodged in which is an enormous contraption, a giant mechanism of metal and stone, a weapon capable of reshaping the entire world.
That does not sound good.
Well, he's not making an army.
He's got a weapon that can reshape the world!
Weapon.
Also, it felt very natural to Little John, because everything felt perfectly like himself, just bigger.
More horns.
Terrific.
But yes, Baphomet is seeking out some kind of ancient mechanism. Something that has very powerful magic. Well, who wants to ask the last question? Who do we have that's still going to take it?
Yeah, we got Iron Steel, all the other NPCs.
Will you ask another question, Aaron? Did she step away?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, hi.
Will you ask the last question in regards to the last Demon Lord?
Yeah, sure.
The only one you don't know the location of or what they're doing is Fraz Blue.
Okay.
Demon of cheeses.
Demon of what?
Cheeses. Fine cheese.
Well, you take the crystal and you speak Fraz Blue, and you see a rift formed by Ferthris open wide, illuminating a dark tunnel. And the rift spits out a small black gem that clatters as it tumbles across the tunnel floor. The gem is picked up by a gray-skinned dwarf, who inspects it closely. The vision shifts to a brightly lit cavern full of crude merchant stalls, where the Dwergar hands the gem to a deep gnome for appraisal. The gnome refuses to return the gem, instead giving it to one of Herstner-Feblin apprentices. The young apprentice skulks away with the gem in his clutches, but is suddenly ambushed by a gargoyle. The gargoyle snatches the gem, flies away, and gives it to a female drow. She gazes into the black gemstone and sees a strange and hideous, demonic-looking face looking back at her. Thoughts of murder and carnage fill her thoughts as she hides the gemstone on her person, drawing her sword and coating the blade with poison. She knows who her target is.
Well, there we go.
You know where Fraz Blue is.
Yep.
I think we should have destroyed
Is
that
it now?
crystal.
Yep. Though, I'm starting to feel like we probably wouldn't have had the power to destroy it.
Yeah, actually.
Probably would have been some pretty dire consequences if we tried.
Why do you gotta be smart about that?
Yeah. But, I suppose it's 9.
It is 9 o'clock, but you've learned all the information about all the demon lords, and you've
Okay.
realized just how bad this situation is.
Yeah, they're all out except Loth.
Yeah. Of course
I
we
mean,
did. Ish.
Fraz Blue's stuck in a gem.
A gem that all you have to do is pick it up or look at it, and you got spoon hands.
He's not wrong.